Tartare comes in two sizes, either a 4-ounce or 6-ounce. It's a tenderloin. It's served with essentially 5 kind of accoutrements that you blend together to make the tartare. You have egg yolk and egg white, anchovy, caper, red onion, and then you'll finish it with parsley. When you go to the table, you let them know if there's anything they'd like to leave out of their dish, because steak tartare is a very personal thing for most people. Some people like it with more mustard, some people like it spicy, some people like it under seasoned, whatever it may be. So you always want to make sure that you explain everything that's on the dish and what they'd like to perhaps leave out. Another thing about steak tartare, especially here at the Beverly Hills Hotel, it's a bit of a snowflake. It really is about, I make it differently than Joe does, I make it differently than Diego does, and part of it is a nice kind of thing, make it kind of more personal. Okay, so the way I start is I start with Dijon mustard. Depending on the size, either a 4 or 6 ounce, depends on how much mustard I'm going to put in there, because I'm essentially going to start and make an emulsion with the egg. So the egg and the mustard, and then I'll use a little bit of lemon, a little bit of acidity, just to cut through the richness of the egg and the mustard. Once that's well blended, I'll start next with the other kind of wet ingredient, Worcestershire. Tabasco. And this is where you're going to ask the guests how hot they want it. I usually say low, medium to high. Medium means no chili flake, low means really nothing, and high would be Tabasco and chili flake. We like it spicy today. Give that a quick mix. The other thing about this is that it's fun for the guests because you're there and you're talking to them while you are making everything for them. So it feels like a nice tableside feel to it. So onion, caper, and then anchovy. So what you want to do is you want to try and crack open the caper rather than leaving them as a whole berry. And you're just kind of building a base, so when you start to take the tartare, you can kind of envelop all the flavors that you've kind of built beforehand. You really want to try and not over mix it, because you want to try and keep the tartare as I'm trying to think of the word for it. You start to, thank you. You want to keep it some texture. If you start to overdo it, it starts to just get really mushy and not have any texture whatsoever. So make sure you want to get all of the things that you kind of built on: the caper, the onion, the anchovy, the mustard. The mustard and the egg are really much your main binder of the whole dish. So once you've kind of fully blended everything, next you're going to offer the guest a taste. Sometimes, one of the things doing something tableside, it can be difficult because you don't get to taste it. So you're kind of just going on previous experience. So let's take a little bit. This is how you present it to the guests. On a spoon, a little bit. Joseph or Christian?
John.
John?
Bro. Space.